Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dawn, and today as we unplug, I am finally getting to do the video of Divide and Mueller State Park, and that's actually where I am right now, is Mueller State Park. There has been so much crazy weather. I'll show you a clip. I wasn't even sure if I would get these videos done before winter got here again. We can get snow in September up here, and this is the end of August. So I'm so glad it's finally beautiful. It's wonderful, and I'm going to show you the little town of Divide and Mueller State Park, which is only 4 miles from Divide. It's a beautiful gem up here in the mountains, and it's something that even if you're relocating to Colorado Springs, you might look at Divide or Woodland Park. I've made videos on that. I'll link them down below and put a card up there for those. Woodland Park is a little bit closer to the springs than Divide is, but I'm doing videos on these little towns that are on the way between Colorado Springs and those big names that you hear like Vail and Aspen, because these little towns have a lot to offer too. And Divide is only 35 minutes from the springs. Woodland Park is even closer than that. I'm going to be doing a video on Florissant. It's only 8 miles from Divide. So there's options you have up here if you want to live in these beautiful mountains and then commute down to the springs. A lot of people do it, and I would suggest, if you can, check it out because it is gorgeous up here and it's peaceful and beautiful. All right, let's get started with today's video. That is Highway 24 coming from Woodland Park, where we've done those other videos. And as we're getting ready to go into the little town of Divide, there's a subdivision over there that has some houses there. And then on the other side of Highway 24, over there, that operation is pbjcattle.com. You can get fresh beef there, and they do a lot of things around here. You see their name on a lot of things. There is the name of that subdivision that is right across from the PBJ cattle. Just giving a reference there, that is the PBJ cattle farm that we were just looking at. And then this is Highway 24 that is going into the little town of Divide. It has such a pretty view there with the mountains so close. And then we're going to go into the actual town area itself. Divide has only got about 162 people that live there, but it does have its own elementary school. It's part of the Woodland Park school system, and it's called Summit Elementary, and they have over 200 students that go there. So obviously, just the 162 that are in Divide are not the only ones here. There's people that are in the subdivisions and surrounding areas. And there is the shelter that I will show you closer here in a moment, Teller County Rescue Shelter, and that is where we got both of our kitty cats from. So right down there is the little town, and I'm going to go down there and I'll show you more of it. One quick mention as we're heading into the town, there is this Phillips 66 gas station here. Right on Highway 24 as you're going into Divide from Woodland Park. It's really popular, really busy. A lot of the tourists, you'll see them stopping here on the weekends, filling up, or either on the way up or on the way down. There's also pizza that they sell. They have a drive-through around the back, and that's really popular too. So here we are at the main town square. That building right there, that is actually a liquor store. And right over that way, which we'll go in a minute, that's where the animal shelter is, and the sheriff's office, collision repair, things like that. It is about 9,117 to 65, depending on where you look, as far as altitude up here. So it's about 9,000 feet. That's one thing to keep in mind. I did want to show you, this is coming up. It's a real neat little town. It's They do try to do fun things like this, where they're having the annual pancake breakfast on Labor Day, so that'll be really fun to support that and the fire rescue there. But this here is the main center in town. You can see on the end, that is McGinty's Wood Oven Pub. That's an Irish pub place. They have brick oven pizza in there. Just a lot of really fun things. It's a neat place to go eat. And then right next to there is Venture Foods. And you would be surprised, it is such a complete little grocery store. And the prices are not super high, which I was surprised at the first time I went in, because a lot of times in little towns, if you do have a grocery store, you're going to pay way extra. But they were really comparable with the Colorado Springs prices. And just to give you an idea, Divide is about 35 minutes from Colorado Springs. So that's why this one is also another option for people who are moving into the Springs and they're looking to maybe live somewhere outside. It's certainly less expensive to live up here than it is if you're going to get a house down in the Springs. And you get these lovely views here. So, 35-minute drive, that's not bad at all. That over there says that's the health center. I don't know if you can see that. It is so bright out here, I can barely see what I'm filming, but there's the health center there. And then just like in Woodland Park, there's churches up here too. That is a church right there. Gateway Praise is what it, I'll show you the road. Gateway Praise is what it says. So that's a church there directly across from the main center here. And the health center is also here as well. And I'll show you Venture Foods. So this is one of the differences of a small town. So as you walk into Venture Foods, a grocery store right there, you have free cookies and lemonade. It's just really fun. And then you can see they have plenty of things stocked up here. They have a really great produce section. There's firewood and ice. You can't always use firewood up here, but sometimes you can, especially with all the rain we've been getting. But see, they have good produce selection. They have the snacks and things. Just really a really complete grocery store. Here's their frozen section. You can see it's nice size, got all kinds of stuff in there. And this section is nice because if you are living up in Divide or even further out like Florissant or Lake George or something, it's nice to run here. You don't have to run all the way into Woodland Park or all the way down to the Springs to get things. Here's their fresh section with their milk and things like that. Lots of cheeses and things to pick from. Got your juices down there, and they even have a deli and a bakery. They have a little community board so you can put things on there that maybe you're selling, or if you're having, like right here, this one says Fall Festival, all kinds of fun like that. And then right as you're coming out of there, there is also a 24-hour ATM that's available in here. So that building back there, it has a shipping center in there that you can use. It also has Russ's Place, which is a tavern, but it also is a food place. And they have really good food. They have wonderful burgers, and it's a fun place that people do bring their families. And then right directly across from there, you see another church there. And in the same building that McGinty's Wood Oven Pub and Venture Foods is on the back side, there's a Wild Hair Salon and Day Spa. And also the Teller County Public Health is here too. And here's the front view of the Teller Senior Coalition Senior Services Center. So it's nice to have that up here as well. There is the animal shelter over there. And again, I'm going to take you right up there because I want to show you the catio that they have. It's a really neat idea. Really quickly, I did want to stop at the Teller County Rescue Animal Shelter. I wanted to show you this. This is so neat. This is what they call a catio, and it's for their cats. And that is the cat room, and they can come out here and they can play. And they actually have plans for these that you can buy. I'll see if they still have that on their website. If you use the link on their website, then they get a portion of that. If you want to build one and then you use that link, they get a portion of it too. one stop I wanted to make. It's just a mile outside of the town center there in Divide. This is a subdivision, and I just think it's a really cute idea, whoever came up with this. So you see it's called Sherwood Forest, and all the streets here are something to do with Robin Hood. So 4 miles outside of the little town of Divide is the Mueller State Park. It is just beautiful here, and it is a fee area. Now, if you live in Colorado, you have the option of adding a discounted fee to your car registration every year, and that gets you in just well. I just now tried it for the first time, and it worked just fine. One thing to remember is this is bear country up here, so we want to always remember that. Really quickly, I wanted to show you that there's a Dragonfly Children's Nature Trail. So right there is the road that I was just on that shows you where the children's nature trail, the Dragonfly Nature Trail starts, and it's right there, and it's just something really fun for the kids to do. And then you see it's got things they can read and learn about, and it's a little trail that goes down there. And then there is a spot on the other side for there's water over there and things. And you can see there, just a fun little area. We've made it up to the beautiful Mueller State Park Visitor Center, and I'm going to go in there in a moment. I don't know if I'll be allowed to film anything, but I'll go in there, and I do see that they have firewood bundles for sale. You can have fires up here sometimes. It just depends on the weather, how dry it's been, and you really need to pay attention to that, because there have been tourists who just wanted to have a fire for their vacation and have actually caught things on fire up here. So if they're selling firewood in the state park, that's a good sign. There's been a lot of rain up here.
Yeah, but they've also staffed it. It wasn't, no, so Bonnie State Park is now part of and then on top of it,
So this is the view just right outside of the visitor center. It's so pretty up here. That right there is the road just came up on, coming from the entrance to the park. Here's some of the beautiful views that surround it. So this is the beginning at the Wapiti Nature Trail, and here's the trail as well. Go back a little bit so you can see it. And it goes down this way and goes on over there. And here's some of the views that you get to see up here. Besides the many trails that are here, There's also picnic areas. This one that I'm in now is called the Bootlegger Picnic Area, and there's several picnic tables there. There's one right here up closer that would be pretty easy to access because there's the road up there. There's the road up there, and there's the bathroom facility, so it would be pretty easy to get to. It looks like this sidewalk, yes, this sidewalk here goes right out to the road, so definitely you could access this particular picnic table if you needed to. Now there are stairs going down to these others. It's just so beautiful here. Looking at all these pine trees, it smells like a Christmas tree farm to me because it just smells like beautiful pine. It's wonderful. Now, they do have camping here as well. We tried to get a campground this year and it was already sold out when we tried. So you might try to do that as soon as possible if you think you might want to go camping here. I'll see if I can get into the campground to show you that. For today's scripture reading, I just love coming to a place like this and reading Psalm 121. It comes alive for me in a special way. It says, I lift up my eyes to the mountains. Where does my help come from? My help comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. In verse 5, the Lord watches over you. The Lord is your shade at your right hand. The sun will not harm you by day, nor the moon by night. The Lord will keep you from all harm. He will watch over your life. The Lord will watch over your coming and your going, both now and forevermore. So to give you an idea, this is campsite 7. I did see there's dump stations on the way in. Let me show you the campsite. This is just a gorgeous place to spend some time, be alone, hear the quiet, have a campfire. So you get a picnic table there, and there's the space there as well. There are, of course, sites for RVs and things too. There's electric hookups. There's primitive ones. Now this one has a stair step down, but it looks like there's just all different kinds of campsites out here. There is some hunting access in the park, so if you're a hunter, you could definitely check that out as well. This is another trailhead stop off here, and one thing that I have noticed that I really like is there are plenty of bathrooms in this park. They're all over the place, so that's really good. I've been in some parks where there just aren't hardly any, and that makes it hard, especially if you have little kids or other situations. And then one last area to show you, just down from the regular campgrounds is the equestrian campground. So there's campgrounds for people with horses as well. And what a gorgeous, gorgeous view. And the blue skies today are just so wonderful. So definitely check this place out. If I didn't mention it, if you don't have a pass, like a Colorado pass, then it is a $10 a day per vehicle. And they have all kinds of things out here like hikes and bird watching, and then nighttime activities as well. So you'll want to check that out if you're in the area. One last item to mention, if you look at this parking lot, I'm all the way down at the end of it, and my car is the only one parked here. And other than the camping area is busy, but other than that, all of the trailheads and the camp or the picnic areas I went to, they are not busy today. This is a Sunday afternoon, and that is really nice because Denver and Colorado Springs are just growing so fast that when you go to the places down there that are nice, they are very nice, but places like Garden of the Gods and things, it is overrun with people and tourists. And so it's nice to see an area that you could come and you could just relax and have quiet time. It's really, really nice. All right, that is it for today's video. What do you think about Divide and Mueller? If you get the chance to stop by, even if you're just coming for a day, I would say come on up and check it out. It's a cute little town, and Mueller is just gorgeous, and it's quiet and peaceful, so definitely check that out and see what you think. Now, next time I'm actually going to be taking a trip to see my daughter in Tempe, which is part of Phoenix. So I will try to do a little bit of a video there, and then after that I want to do Florissant and maybe Lake George, even go out that far, we'll see. And one other one I'm hoping to get in before the snows do come is a fishing video for anybody who might want to go fishing up here in the mountains. There are gorgeous reservoirs and they have big trout. My late husband taught me about that, and I'll speak more about that in the video, but we caught big trout. If you have liked today's video, please do hit the like button. Please subscribe and share this with your friends. It does help the channel as well. And if there is something you would like to see up here in the mountains above Colorado Springs, just shoot me a message down in the comments and I can cover that. Or you can always send me an email as well. Thanks for tuning in. Bye-bye.